I want to see more response tonight. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy that everyone is listening and joining the call for tonight in Seed Studio. First of all, before I start the evening, I would like to introduce myself. I'm the MC for tonight. So my name is Daphne. And I would like to also say thank you to our Diamond Nanda in making this business happen and success. And also would like to thank you, Diamond Nanda, as well, with his truly inspirational leadership to bring us here until the success, right? And secondly, I would like to say thank you also to my sponsor that brought me into this business, Dr. Paul, Dr. Van, and also Dr. Chan. Thank you so much for bringing me into this business. Give applause for yourself at home. Even though you're at home, you still can do a virtual clap. All right, so I hope you guys are enjoying the quick video about how our fat, our metabolism works, right? And it's like degraded as we age, right? So that's normal in life, but we still have the secret ingredient, how to maintain the metabolism and how to maintain as well in a healthy diet, right? So during the trend of MCO, instead of looking the negative side of the impact of the MCO, we need to look also in the positive side of having a work from home trend right now. So people are start thinking about their weight. People are more aware about what they eat, right? And you have more time to also looking into your kitchen, like let's say your fridge, you open the fridge every day looking and thinking what will be the next meal, right? And then the next phase would be like, okay, should I start to control my diet, or I'll be aware about my body health and so on. So we have all this time to think about ourselves. So let's look into that as a positive impact to us, right? Without further ado, I would like to mention that we have two main agenda for tonight, which is the secret weapon for weight transformations. And the next presenting is the great potential of weight management business. So on our first presenter will be our nutritionist, Jason Yo. So let me have a quick intro about him. So Jason graduated as a nutritionist from a University Putra Malaysia in 2008. And he has more than 10 years of experience working with clients on a personalized nutrition. His experience and vast knowledge give him the ability to provide a practical advice to tailor diet plan, strategic use of the right supplements, and inspire his client to achieve the healthy goal diet. So it will be a great talk tonight, I guess, right? So, and he's also specialized in weight management, nutritional management of non-communicable diseases, nutritionals during preconceptions, pregnancy, and postpartum cares. So are we ready to welcome Jason Yo for tonight? Give your applause. Over to you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Daphne, for the great and kind introduction. Hi, I'm Jason. Nice to meet everybody. Good evening. And before I begin, I just would like to say a big thank you to my business partner, Dr. Tay, and also to Diamond Nanda and Chinese for introducing this great platform to me, for me to grow and becoming somebody who I want to be. Right. Thank you so much again. And I see a lot of old faces, new faces, a lot of people that I probably don't know. And of course, this is virtual, and hopefully one day we will be able to meet physically, and yep, carry on the traditions. Okay, great. Let me just share my screen. Again, I'm going to ask you the same question. Can you see my screen? Can you? Anybody? Right. Okay, great. 可以. Okay. Right. So tonight, I have the honor to share with you a little bit of my experience, and also to talk to you more about giving you more tips, and also giving you more weapons to weaponize your weight transformation. Okay, just jokes aside lah. Okay, so before I begin, just quickly introduce myself. I'm Jason. I'm a nutritionist, as what Daphne has introduced. And I have this opportunity to share with you a few things tonight. So before I move on, I just would like to say that there's two parts of this presentation. One is that I will be talking a little bit about why weight management, and then after that I'll carry on to talk about the secret weapons. Okay, right. Yes. So why weight management? This is actually a very interesting question to ask everybody, right? And you, if you notice that it's actually a very huge. Probably Dr. Tay is going to talk about it later on to let you see like why this matter and why this is getting a lot of traction. And simply because if you look at this infographics published in 2020 June, Malaysia is actually one of the country, I mean the top ranked country when it comes to overweight and obesity. So we have about 30% of our population who are overweight and about 19.7% obese. So all in all, it's like almost half of our population. So basically, every 2% that you meet, probably 1% is overweight or obese. Okay, but although we flare in terms of the numbers, but what happened is that the implication of being overweight or obese is actually not great, yeah, because it will lead to a lot of complications, diseases, and whatnot. So and one of the main contributing factors is because we have great food. Don't you agree with me? We have a lot of nice food, and I would say that tak boleh tahan, right? and it's like so multicultural, rich, you know, and rich in taste and everything else. Like how to tahan yourself, right, from eating all this great food. And I still remember like my friends, even my colleagues love to like tell me, hey, there's good food here and there, and then I was like, okay, and then let's go. How would you reject those temptation, right? You just cannot. All right. So why but that leads me to another question, that why our body store fats and where they do store them, if they do. So basically fat is something that why your body is doing it is simply because you will need that energy storage. Okay, it's meant to be a very efficient energy storage beyond stored sugar or glycogen, we call it, in your muscle and liver. So the idea behind is that you will need to have the storage the reservoir for you to function in case your sugar level depletes and you need energy, and this is where you draw from. Okay, and also in more today's world, what happens is that if you notice, we tend to consume more than we need, right? Because our lifestyle is so sedentary, we sit down most of the time. Basically, like just for example, today I've been working since 8:30, and then I've been sitting since then until now. I'm still sitting. So that was like what, more than 12 hours already. Oh my god. Okay. So being sedentary, what it means is that basically you don't really burn that much, and that leads to your body will actually convert those excessive sugar that you consume through your food, okay, in your bloodstream to regulate. And then the most easiest and most efficient way to store those excess energy is in the fat form. Okay, and then for men and women, the way we store fat is slightly different. For men, of course, you will be storing more in the abdomen area, your thigh, and for women, it's more or less there. And then, of course, the breast, the neck area, and right. So these are some of the area that our body actually stores fat, because that's the most accessible part for your body, okay. But that leads me to another term, which is skinny fat. So sometimes you do realize that when you step on the weight, or you check your BMI, basically you find that, hey, actually I'm normal weight. What are you talking about, right? But then you're just not satisfied with yourself, because you find that, how come I have this excess I have a double chin, I have a tummy spare tire, or even like you find it's very difficult to zip your pants, especially the jeans that you bought probably 5-10 years ago, or you have flabby arms, that you are not happy with, and these are what we coin the term as a skinny fat, where your overall body fat percentage is higher than the ideal, which is less than 20% for men or less than 28% for women. Okay, so if you have ever measured your body fat percentage, you find that you are beyond this range. Basically, you somehow fall into the skinny fat category. And the other bit is also to talk specifically on the visceral fat. Visceral fat is basically the fat stored surrounding your internal organs. Okay, there's two types of fat. One is what I call the subcutaneous fat, which is stored below your skin, and the other one is surrounding your internal organs. All right, so which is the visceral fat. Okay, so if you have a very high visceral fat, meaning to say beyond 9, okay, that's also indicative that you might fall into this category of being skinny fat. Okay, right. So why it matters? Okay, why it matters? The one thing for sure is that we want to prevent health complications. Okay, and this has led to a lot of cases. If you notice, if you are skinny fat, or you have high visceral fat, say, or you are overweight or obese in general, basically you are at risk, or you're putting yourself at risk of increased risk of heart diseases, increased risk developing metabolic syndrome, which come in the form of multiple symptoms like increased blood pressure, high cholesterol, triglyceride, high sugar level, you have excessive body fat percentage, or at the same time, you also increase the risk of developing obesity-related diseases. So this is what is in the graph. You can see it actually is a wide range, basically. Okay, include cancer, include a reproductive disorder and whatnot, diabetes, and things like that. So all in all, actually, towards the end of the day, why weight management matters is simply because you need to stay healthy. Okay, you want to be that healthier you version, right? So that's what matters, not really into you just in terms of looking at the shape and sizes and other things. Okay, but what really matters is the health consequences, the health implication. All right, so we want to live a long life, we want quality of life and things like that, and that's what matters. Yeah. Okay, so where do fats actually come from? Why are these fats so irritating? Keep bugging me. I remember watching one advertisement, I think it's from Thailand or something. So this lady is walking around, and then there's one baby, very cute, flabby baby, like clinging to her, and then apparently that baby is the fat. Okay, so it's so cute and yet irritating, right? You just cannot get rid of it, like sekejap clinging in on your arms, sekejap clinging on your belly and things like that. So if you are wondering what I'm talking about, you just go to YouTube and just Google ads. I will follow you, and probably you'll get it from there. Okay, so where do fats come from? Most of the time it's from the food you eat, you eat, you have more calorie surplus, all this will lead to fat conversion, storage and all. So basically there's 4 steps, right? So the first one is through ingestion, and the second one is after you eat all those food. Of course, the fat will not just after you eat will be there, right? So it needs to be absorbed. Okay, the absorption. And then sometimes it's the formation. Formation is where the carbohydrates, especially refined carbohydrates, excessive refined carbohydrates that you eat, what happens is that if they are not in use or not burnt, they will be converted to fats, mind you. Okay, right. So and the other one is, of course, the storage. So over time, every time you have excess, what your body will do is naturally it will keep storing, right? So that's what happened. And of course, when you ask me where do fats come from and how can I stop the incomings, right? The easiest, of course, is ingestion. You can do food control, calorie deficit, you cut your fats from your diet, you do whatever, right? So, but what you cannot control is basically how your body will absorb those fats, convert those fats, and how it will store those fats. These are the 3 things that probably you have very little control because it's all about metabolism, right? But today, I have a little bit of a good news for you, where actually over the years, scientists found out that green tea, I'm a tea person. I'm a tea lover. Of course, I'm also a coffee lover. I'm both a bit greedy. green tea may have the answers, all right, may have the answers. And what they found in teas is that they are very rich in polyphenols, and which are also strong antioxidants. So especially in green teas, they come in the form of what we call the epicatechin, caffeine, catechin, gallic acid, and epigallocatechin, or what in short is called the EGCG. Okay, the EGCG is the one compound that is most extensively studied among the various polyphenols in teas. Okay, especially in green tea, and green tea happens to be the one of the teas that have the highest EGCG because of the processing. Okay, green tea is the lightly processed, being heated and then packaged. So unlike other teas like the oolong tea or the dark black tea, sometimes they are highly processed. Okay, when they are highly processed, or the fermentation process will actually cause the loss in terms of how the amount of polyphenol. So green tea has the highest. And what if you notice here that they actually found out that if you are a tea lover and you are drinking tea regularly and you have all these polyphenols, the good news is that with a combined approach of having a calorie deficit, okay, controlling your diet and with the right exercise, you might be able to achieve weight loss and body fat loss. Okay, but what happened is that unfortunately, this EGCG is not readily available to you. Okay, the bioavailability is low because it has a very poor lipid solubility, so it cannot be absorbed. So it just pass through a system. Okay, you drink a lot of green tea, you think it's going to help you lose weight, right? Unfortunately, those green tea extracts or the polyphenols are not being absorbed. They just pass through your system, or very little are being absorbed. And at the same time, they are not chemically stable because they are very strong antioxidants. They will get oxidized very easily. If you make your green tea with hot water, you can imagine what happened to the polyphenols. Most of it will be like lost somewhere. Okay. At the same time, because of their poor lipid solubility and all, they are not being absorbed and give you the desirable benefits. Okay, even though in vitro studies or in lab studies, they found that this compound has got this fat burning effect and whatnot, but unfortunately, it's not being absorbed, so you can't use it, right? But recently, not so recent but then they found out that there's a substance, what they call this green select phytosome technology, will be able to help to increase the bioavailability. All right, so this is basically a natural complex that will help to bind with this polyphenol to stabilize it and then to help to deliver it to your body. Okay, so basically it's just like a vehicle. It's like a vehicle to help to pass through the toll. Okay, to pass through the toll, like your Grab, you go from point A to point B, and the Grab is the vehicle. At the same time, the Grab driver is the one that is going to probably help you to pass through the toll. Okay, and the beauty of it is that this is done in a caffeine-free context. So meaning to say that if you're allergic, you are sensitive to caffeine, or you don't like caffeine for some reason, there's a good news here. So basically, this substance or this phytosome has no caffeine and is formulated in lecithin. Okay, so allow me to just share with you a short video. I don't know whether I can play it or not. I think it's playing. Okay, great. On how this phytosome actually works. Can you hear? I don't know whether you can hear any sound. Can you hear?
No sound, no sound.
No sound. Okay, hold on. Just give me a moment.
You have to share sound.
Okay.
A key component in green tea extract is a water-soluble polyphenol known simply as EGCG. EGCG is a source of antioxidants and is associated with weight management. But EGCG taken orally is not absorbed well by the body through the intestine. Since EGCG is water-soluble, it has difficulty crossing the membranes of intestinal cells. So, unabsorbed, EGCG in green tea is eliminated from the body, not allowing any health benefits to be realized. Phytosome technology produces a small, natural complex that binds EGCG together and is designed to help it to cross lipid-rich intestinal membranes. This means Phytosome technology can help improve the absorption of EGCG by the intestine.
Okay, right. Right. So this is what I'd like to introduce to you tonight, which is one of the secret weapons. So it's what we call, it's actually a newly launched product by Nutrilite Malaysia, which is called the Green Tea Plus tablet. Okay, so this is actually a dietary supplement that come in the form of a green tea extract. Okay, so what is basically content is that it has about 50 mg of green tea, and then of that you have about 20 mg of this active compound, which is the EGCG, that will give you the fat burning effect. And also they added in another substance which is called the brown algae. Okay, so one tablet will give you about this, and of course there's also soybean in it. So the brown algae, what it does is basically it helps to inhibit the build-up of this abdominal fat, and also to reduce build-up of fats in the liver if you have a fatty liver issue and whatnot. So they have found, studies have found that there's this fucoxanthin has this effect, which is from the brown algae, okay, or we call it kelp. All right. So other than that, just to share with you a few very interesting studies from this this green tea extract has in terms of weight management. So as you can see from this graph, what happened is that they actually put two groups of people, which is about 100 of them, on through a 90 days weight loss weight management program or a clinical trial. So of course, these people are put on the calorie deficit of between about 700 to 950 calories. And then what they found out is that those who actually are on this green tea extract, okay, green tea extract GTEP, had a significant weight loss, right, of up to 14 kilo in 19 days. 14 kilos in 90 days, as compared to the control group who are only on the diet restriction. Okay, so this is one of the very interesting study. If you're interested, there's a link here. You can actually go and read about it. Okay, so another summary, which is also very interesting, is that they actually did another one to look into people who are overweight or obese and with borderline metabolic syndrome. So what they do is that over a span of 24 weeks, they observe these people, put them on a few regime, and then this weight management, calorie deficit with exercise. At the same time, they also put them on this green tea extract. Okay, and what they see is that
Jason, are you on mute? We can't hear you already.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now,
okay,
yeah.
Sorry about that.
No
okay,
problem.
Sorry about that. Just give me a moment now. Give me a moment now.
No problem. Take your time.
Sorry.
We still need the time to digest as well about the diet. I think all of us learned a lot of new words today, especially me. I never heard about skinny fat. This is the first time I heard about skinny fat.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it's just fat. Okay, just let us know when you're ready.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a moment.
No, we only see your lips talking.
Okay, now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Sorry about the technical glitches. Okay, let me just carry on from here. Right. So I was talking about this reduction in waistline. So this second study actually found out that over the span of 24 weeks, if you can see from here, so there's a drop in the waistline. If you, let's say this person is on this green tea extract, so for the ladies, it's about negative 8.3. For the men, it's about 11.4, which is very significant. Okay, so this is another very interesting study that look into how this green tea extract has fat burning effects on you. Okay, so that's one very interesting part about the green tea extract. So what I'm going to share with you more is that I don't think we should stop there, right? We shouldn't just focus on the green tea alone. But what's more interesting is that I will be sharing with you more in terms of what else can you do. Okay. So the first thing is that if let's say you realize today that you have this weight management issue, or you're very concerned about your weight, you wanted to do something, it's affecting your health overall, the first thing you need to do is to start acknowledging that there is an issue. Okay, you need to start acknowledging it, accept it, and then the next thing is to take action, right? Take action. So which is very important, because sometimes you might be thinking, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to do this, I want to do that, but then basically there's no motivation for you to take the action because there's no commitment. So we always say that you need to believe, you need to commit. So this is where it comes in as well, okay, for your weight management. And the other thing is that of course, in order for you to lose weight, one of the key things about energy balance, if you remember from my previous lecture, is that to have a calorie deficit, right? To have a calorie deficit. But not only that, okay, not only that, you need to also look at the macros, which is your macronutrients, which is your carbohydrates, your protein, and your fats proportion. That's equally important. And not only that, you also need to look at the amount you're taking in and the types of carbohydrates you're taking in, the types of fats, types of protein. That's also important. So I'm not going to talk a lot about that tonight, because if I'm going to do that, probably I need another hour or so. Okay, and to couple it off with the right exercise plan, by all means, you will have a pretty decent result. But if you're not happy, or you are facing a stagnation, you're not going anywhere, you think you can, what else you can do, right? So I'm introducing to you a few secret weapons here. So which is what I call the 4Bs. Okay, the 4Bs. Of course, not the 4A, it's 4B, unfortunately. But this B is very meaningful and has a lot of potential, okay, to help you move forward. So the first one is that the 4Bs concept basically talks about burn. The first B is burn, and then to block, to have a balance, and also to build. Okay, so what it actually means is basically how you can actually help your body to burn more, to block excessive intake or calorie, to strike a balance in your intake, to make sure you have a well-balanced diet, and also nutrient needs, to meet your nutritional needs. At the same time, to build back the lost muscle, to build back your body shape, to build back your muscles and all. Right? So this is what the 4Bs are all about. Okay, so there's 4 steps. You need to learn how to burn, you need to learn how to block, you need to have a strategy to strike a balance or to meet your nutritional needs, and also to build back. Okay, so that's what makes a sustainable weight management. Right? So let's talk about burning. Burning, basically, as you know from my previous lecture again, what happened is that you need to build more muscle, right? Because muscle is basically the most efficient energy burner. Okay, in order for your body to burn more, in order to increase your basal metabolic rate, one of the things you really need is to have more muscle to begin with. Okay, because muscles simply just burn more. All right, and at the same time, in order to do that, you also need to make sure that the calorie is in check. If let's say today you're eating a lot of protein, and especially if you're eating a lot of animal sources, and sometimes you don't really be very selective about the parts of the meat that you're taking in, all that, chances are that you're not only taking in the protein, you are also taking in the fat amount, or probably your cooking method is going to introduce a lot of excessive calorie. So you'll be wondering, like, how come you ask me to take high protein, I take high protein, I still don't see results? That's what went wrong. Okay, so you need to be careful, aware of that as well. So the burn and the balance part is where actually we found out that meal meal replacement has a very important role to play in the sustainable weight management. Why? Simply because one of the basic thing is that it will help you to feel fuller, while consuming fewer calories. So basically, how it's done is through two things. One is the high protein in the meal replacement itself, and also the high fiber in the meal replacement. Okay, that will actually allow you to have a allowance to enjoy more nutritious real food per se. Okay, so sometimes if you are on a calorie deficit, sometimes you can be quite miserable, to be honest, because you don't really have much allowance to eat more, right? Then you feel very pathetic, like why am I eating so little? Why I cannot eat this much and all? And then you feel very demotivated. But one of the strategy is to use some amount of meal replacement to make sure that your calories still in check and you have the luxury to eat more nutritious and real food. Okay, and also the other component is to make sure that you meet your daily requirements, okay, for your nutrition, your nutrients, especially your micronutrients, and whatnot. And also don't forget, it will also speed up your weight loss process. So sometimes if you kickstart something and you don't see a result, it can be quite demotivating. And this is why I always start, especially my clients, on a meal replacement. Why? Because I want them to have the motivation to carry on. If I can help them to lose some weight and have a body fat percentage reduction over a short period of say 1 month, okay, in a healthy range, within the healthy range, that will give them motivation to carry on. Okay, that will give them motivation, that will keep them going, that will inspire them to believe that it's working for them. Because if you stop believing, then it's very difficult. Okay, and we also found out that it will give better compliance because you just have the allowance and you can eat more, so you are more relaxed with the food later on. Okay, and this is where you can actually use to if let's say we are looking at Nutrilite here. So basically you can use the plant protein and also the body key meal replacement. So these two in combination, I think is one of the best in terms of overall calorie, because the calorie is somewhere around 200 over calories if you're taking one sachet of body key and also 3 scoops of protein. But at the same time, it gives you about 30 grams of protein. 30 grams of protein is almost equivalent to 2 chicken thighs, 2 pieces of chicken thigh. Okay, imagine you start the day with that. It will keep you full. It will actually help you to build. It will also make sure that your nutritional needs are in check. So this is a great way to start your day. All right. So other than that, this is where the green tea come back to picture again, where we actually want you to burn. All right, we want you to burn. Now you can control, you can have a calorie deficit, right? But at the same time, how are you going to trigger that burning effect in your body, burn, right? So this green tea extract is the one that will actually help you to trigger that burning. Not only that, so what happened is that they actually found out that this green tea extract has also helped a lot of people to have to see faster and more obvious results. So sometimes if you are going on a calorie deficit and exercise, you will see result, but sometimes it can be quite slow. It can be quite slow. So this is something like a booster. It will give you very fast result. At the same time, it will actually make you having the to carry on. Wow, so fast! I see some result already. I'm very happy. Okay, so this is why the green tea actually plays a role here. And the other thing is that in case today you're feeling lucky and you are on a jamuan, you want to eat more. For example, during the raya time, I still remember a few of my clients asking me, can I eat this? Can I eat that? The kueh raya looks so delicious. What am I going to do with it? I can't eat. But sometimes you know that in typical Malaysian food, especially festive food and all that, it can be pretty high in calorie and a lot of times very high in carbohydrates, right? So there's a tip that you can actually use. Okay, there's a trick that you can actually use where we have this product where it actually use two things. One is the kidney bean extract, the other one is the soybean extract. And these two compounds has been found to be able to block the digestion of carbohydrates and sugar, so your body don't absorb them. So basically, it just pass through, just like the green tea without the phytosome, pass through your system and go. Okay. So, which is great, right? So if let's say you're on a cheat day, you're feeling lucky about the cookies and all, you still have some little allowance there for you. Okay, and this is actually there's study done that every 3 tablets of this is able to help you to block about 500 calories of carbohydrate-rich food. Okay, right. So that's a little bit about another little blocker here that will help you. And the third point here is about balance, right? So while we are doing weight management, a lot of times, sometimes we will need to be very careful about whether we are meeting our nutritional needs in terms of our nutrient needs, especially the micronutrients. Because you're on a calorie deficit, as I said, if you're not on meal replacement, you are purely on a diet thing, diet restriction, sometimes it can be a danger, okay, that will lead you to a nutritional deficiency, okay, a nutrient deficiency, like especially typical one would be like anemia, things like that. So we don't want that, right? So we want to make sure that while we are having a calorie deficit, we still want to make sure that we have enough multivitamins and multiminerals to go with, right? We have enough for it. So, and last but not least, what happened is that after you have done all this, you have lose whatever the stubborn fats and all that, the skinny fat thing, and then you're happy with it. But don't forget one thing: you need to rebuild. Okay, you need to rebuild, and of course, protein will help you to build. Okay, the protein intake will help you to build. But at the same time, there's one interesting, I would say, product. Okay, that will be very helpful as well, which is the collagen. Why collagen? Because that you remember, if you, for example, if you are a 80 kilo person, and suddenly you over 3 months you shed like 10 kilos, okay, or 8 10 kilos like that. The reduction in weight, right? What happened is that your skin already expanded, and you probably over the years, if you are somewhere in your 40s or 50s, you will lose that elasticity, right? So sometimes it's hard for you. Then you realize that wow, yeah, after I lose weight, my skin all become flabby like that. How? So you're actually very worried about that. So this is where the collagen actually comes in. It will help to enhance the skin hydration level and also to enhance the elasticity. So that will actually help you to have a lean, tone, and also beautiful skin, right? So, and just to share a little bit about the collagen is that this collagen has actually used what they call this marine oligopeptides, right? And there's also soy peptides in it, so it's actually animal and plant based. Okay, and the beauty of it is also that it has this chrysanthemum extract, which is a very strong antioxidant that will give you the UV protection. So you see, like while you are doing your weight management, you still can make sure that you can have this skin health and beauty in check as well, so that you can achieve a more holistic approach in weight management. Okay, so that's the end of my little sharing with you tonight. And I just would like to end with this, that weight management sometimes is being perceived very negatively. A lot of the people thinks that, oh, there's a lot of negative connotations to it and all, there's a lot of miseries to it, but I just want to assure you that it's well worth the journey, simply because you have to switch your thinking right in terms of the outcome. Okay, focus on the outcome, focus on what you actually gain from it, and the best part is that you actually teach yourself to eat healthily. You teach yourself to have the discipline to exercise. You teach yourself to love yourself again. Okay, because sometimes because of over the years, if you have a lot of weight issue and all that, you lose the self-confidence, you start hating yourself, you have this poor mental health and all that. So this is why I would say that you start to regain that control. And of course, weight management journey is never a linear journey. It's full of ups and downs. Sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's not, but be persistent, and it is a very fulfilling journey. Okay, I hope my little sharing here will be beneficial to you. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. All right, over to you, Daphne.
Thank you, Jason. Such a great message before you end your topic for tonight. I would like to say the next day I would like to do committed to myself to keep fit and healthy now. And like I said just now, I learned new words a lot today. Skinny fat is something, word of the day for me tonight. And also there's a 4B secret weapon: burn, blocks, balance, and rebuild back again your health, right? And don't forget to also keep yourself in healthy as well. Of course, you want to lose weight, like not eating and like skip meal. So don't do that. That's why we have a meal replacement from our Nutrilite, right? And also keep balance in your health. Take multivitamin and eat fruits. And don't forget, not just a food, we need to also exercise. Okay? There's no really shortcut for keeping yourself slim down or something, right? Okay, let's go to the next call. I think it's about the great potential of weight management business. Not just that, but how in a way you want to keep fit, like body fit, like not have the saggy skin, right? Okay, we would like to welcome tonight Dr. Te, who has always been in active lifestyle. I like to see his Instagram story every day, posting all these keeping fit. I go jogging. This is my morning routine, right, Dr. Te? So, okay, over to you, and please share us your secret tonight.
Hi, thank you, Daphne, for your great introductions. Hi, everyone. So now you know how to blog, how to build, how to actually have a balanced diet from Jason. A little bit tips of like how to actually get good body shape. And thank you, everyone. Still continue to stay here. We have 99% here and some in our YouTube. Thank you very much staying here. And yeah, so thank you, Dharmananda, giving me this opportunity to share a little bit of of the potential of this weight management business. So let me share my screen. So okay, here we go. So yeah, just now when Daphne introduced me, he's saying that I'm Dr. Te. So a little bit background on myself. I'm actually a vet, so not a human doctor, animal doctor. But however, right now I'm actually doing part-time, just doing part-time in the clinic, twice going in for my practice, and the rest is actually focusing on my fitness business. So that actually there's a reason maybe why Dharmananda actually asked me to share a little bit of like the potential of this weight management business, and why, and then should you actually consider and then get involved in this business. Before we begin, everything on the business side, right? I think there is actually a supply and demand always needed for a business. There is a supply, there is a demand, only we can actually provide supply. If let's say there's no demand, then the business cannot go on. Am I correct? So yeah, maybe, yep. So okay, so it must actually having a demand, and then only we actually can provide the service. So very good, fantastic, because Malaysia, we have actually a very good demand for weight loss. So look at this belly. So Malaysia, yeah, is actually getting you're actually quite easy to see obese individual in Malaysia, and you can see compared to the Southeast Asia, we actually is can I say fattest, or is actually highest weight in the country. So let me see the chat box so that will be easier. Yeah, that's why. So champion in overweight, exactly. So there is actually, that's why we say there is actually a great demand for this market. So if let's say we can tap in it, that isn't it good? So next, okay. So there is actually this is actually a little bit data of the weight management market revenue. So you can see the business actually growing every year, and I think without this data, I think everyone also quite sure that the weight management business is actually huge, because first of all, is actually our nation is actually quite fat. Another one is actually you can see around like the whole township, you can see a lot of slimming center, you can see a lot of aesthetic clinic, you can see a lot of weight loss, you can see a lot of gym, and people actually going there for their weight management program. So that's why that this is actually a very huge demand in this Malaysia. However, they will say like, even though it's actually a huge demand, but like, why does it related to me as well? Yeah, because I know a lot of obese, and maybe I'm slightly obese, or maybe I'm not obese, or maybe you are like me, very into like exercise, very into fitness. But like you will see, why? What does that mean to me? So I would think that that is actually quite relevant to every individual, because right now is actually a very, very crucial time for us to look for extra income. I think now we're talking about extra income, no one will actually reject the idea of that. So just that the extra income, where is the place that we actually we can actually find extra income? If let's say you are not thinking about extra income, but I think maybe you should actually start consider for about that, because right now for the pandemic, even for this month lockdown, actually we cannot. I actually were quite concerned regarding that, because like we can't afford to another round of lockdown. But however, looking at the case number, so we really need to actually have a backup plan for our own self, because you can see 15% being retrenched in Malaysia data since last year COVID, and 37 actually having pay cut, bonus freeze, and pay freeze. So that is actually why I would say this is somehow related to us, because there is a huge market and we can actually tap into it. If let's say we can actually get a little bit extra income, isn't it very good? So that's why we say health actually and wealth is actually very correlated to each other. Actually both also now is actually very related to us, because we are the fattest nation. That is actually regarding on health. And now we actually Malaysia, the COVID situation is out of hand. That is related to wealth. So I would say this is actually wealth and health also both are equally important, and this fitness business can actually provide both. So of course, just now Jason actually mentioned about health issue related to mortality for the obesity. Everyone know for obese, even though we say plus size is actually like it's okay to plus size, but somehow plus size or maybe obesity is actually not good for our health. I would say if you're happy, very good, and if let's say you can actually go a little bit lighter weight, that will actually fantastic for your health as well. And for the latest one, if let's say we look into COVID, and the mortality rate is actually higher. Why do we want to put ourselves into this situation at a higher risk for the complication from even COVID situation? So that's why we say health, wealth, both related. And actually, if let's say you lose your health, there's nothing for wealth. So now, if let's say you can gain your health, meanwhile you can gain your wealth as well, isn't it very good? That is the whole idea of this fitness business. So that's why we say now, if you look into it, that is a very good, because that very high demand, which means that there is actually a very big market for us to actually earn extra income. But just how we can actually earn extra income via this industry. So that's why we say we learn about a new terminology today. If let's say bring home message is a slashy, slashy. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Slashy. So what does slashy mean? Which means that you can actually have multiple roles in your life, in your lifestyle. I would say you can be a like me. I can actually be a. I'm actually a by professional. I'm a veterinarian, but also I'm actually a fitness enthusiast. And also I get involved in fitness business. I can actually have multiple roles in order to actually generate multiple income. There's no limit for you. And for the era right now, it's even more important that you actually play different role and earn different multiple income, because no one will guarantee now how is your job, how is your professional, even like you are very good in your field, but can you be sure that your field can actually nothing changes, or maybe your field actually being affected or not? If you let's say we say that is the whole reason we say you must actually diversify your profession and diversify your income as well. And this is actually, I think, the new era, the millennial, that will be actually like very agree with that, because 40% of that actually have like different role. And that is actually whole idea why I actually get into it, because I myself very into fitness. I used to do triathlon. I used to enjoy doing cycling, swimming, and running. I used to do running for like warm up for 10 kilometers. There's actually somehow later on my business partner inspired me, saying that why not you actually turn this into an income for you as well. This is actually how ended up I collaborate with my business partner. I collaborate with Jason, and actually I'm so glad because of this fitness business I actually connected back to Jason. We know each other for 15 years. If not because of this fitness business, I don't think right now we can actually collaborate and connect so well again. once again. So that's why I say it's very good that when you look into it, and because of an hobby and lifestyle, that actually you can connect some people that you know that actually share the same hobby in order to share general income. So talking about weight loss here, then there are actually multiple ways to actually make income via this fitness industry, or maybe I would say weight management industry. So that's actually by diet. So we can actually have healthy meal, we can actually have healthy beverages, or maybe you can have just now the supplement, the meal replacement, the fat burner, the carbohydrate blocker. Undeniable, this is actually a huge market for this. And of course, there can be equipment, fitness equipment, or maybe surgical equipment. Now, don't be surprised. You can see there are so many advertisements, like actually bariatric surgery that is actually to cut your stomach for the extreme case. And people quite well accept regarding on this already. So that's why we say the time is changing and the people is actually getting more and more concerned regarding on their health. And of course, services, I think, is something that cannot run away from the weight management, the fitness center, the slimming center, the consulting dietitian, nutritional consult, online weight loss program, or maybe online virtual one-to-one PT training. And now it's actually very common due to this pandemic. And that is actually the segmentation of like different way how we can actually make money from this industry. So if you, let's say you are a fitness enthusiast, very good, because right now it's just like something that you're constantly doing that you can actually, from here, you can start doing and earning extra income. How? Later on, I will tell you. If you, let's say you are someone saying that I'm not, and maybe I'm actually slightly overweight, or I actually not so physically active, or maybe I don't enjoy doing, like I'm not so involved in that. So how? And even though you tell me it's a big potential, even though you tell me that this is actually something good, I do not need to actually invest a lot and I actually start the business, I will tell you that no problem, because we do provide training. For example, we actually have like I would say we have few nutritionists, doctors, aesthetic doctors, and then we have pharmacies, and then these are the, and then we of course we have like few wellness fitness coach in our team. So don't worry, even though you are a newbie, don't worry if you, let's say, you do not know how to do, because if you, let's say, some people may look at here and think that I'm actually not very good in that, can I actually get extra income from here? And I actually can reassure with you, we provide training for you if, let's say, you are interested, be part of our team. And we do actually have like virtual exercise training, exercise group training, or even one-to-one training. This is actually started since last MCO. So the exercise, if let's say you are not very good, and then the actually training and nutrition part, if you're, let's say, you are not very into it, don't worry, we're actually having training. So if let's say you are very good already, I would say, or if you, let's say, you're very good, or maybe like you are, let's say now you are slightly obese, you are not good, you are saying that I'm not confident to do that. How? I would say first thing, transform yourself. I always like the one that my business mentor, my business partner told me, turn your fat into your asset. So that is your biggest asset. So people like to see, because why I say the fitness industry, the weight management is actually something that easy for you to start right now, because it actually can be seen easily for your transformation, and people know, because something is actually very you can't see, you can't see it directly. That is so difficult for people to observe. But then for your weight loss, for your body transformation, that is actually something that you can visually see. So that's why people like to see, right, this, right, transformation from January to April, and then you can see this. And I would say not only getting from internet, we have real testimony from us as well. So this is actually one. A lot of people say weight management related to ladies actually having hormone problem, and we have testimonial here. This lady actually having PCOS, but then via weight management, via our coaching, and then now he actually being one of the coach as well, and the problem of hormone problem actually gone. And we actually have someone very skinny, and you say that you look at him, it's actually when he first started 2017, it's like, oh, actually so skinny, no matter how actually many he tried many ways, but then he didn't actually gain weight. But under our coaching, you can see now it's actually slowly progressed and now look way much better compared to last time, isn't it? And I myself, So this is actually the the transformation that I have over the year. Even though I'm so active, but just because I couldn't actually just focus on my diet and over the time I start to feel that my body actually start to gain weight and start to have like now what they call is actually that daddy body, that body. So there is actually like having a small tummy, skinny, fat, and you can look at here, and slowly by focusing on my diet and then do like under more like fitness coaching, and I slowly to transform myself. Once you transform yourself, people start, and of course, this is actually, that's why I say the first thing is to transform yourself. So there is actually people will start to ask you, what are you doing and what have you done and how come your body can be like this and then transform to become like that. And you can share, because I one thing, we are the product of the product. To be honest, I took this product, and why I took this product is all because of like what Jason just now shared, and because like the quality of the products and the goodness of the product, and we will say we know we have the knowledge how to utilize the product. And look at the protein. This one, I think I love the all plant protein so much because it's actually a well balanced protein, because we know that for plant-based protein sometimes it's actually cannot be absorbed so well because of the nutritional factors, and actually the amino acid profile is not complete. But this one, if let's say we fed out of like eating chicken, eating meat, that is actually a good replacement for plant-based protein. So I myself took the product and I transformed. That is the whole how I actually get started from this. And I look at this because right now there are so many products unknown origin, and this actually maybe contain harmful substances. First thing first, it may actually hurt your body. Second thing, if you took and you introduce your friend, and let's say anything happen, how there are so many things happen like every day we can actually see from our newspaper. And this is actually why I say I love the meal replacement and the protein. And this is actually how typical our daily breakfast like. And easily that will be actually 300 to 400 calories, but only mainly carbohydrate focused. And actually just like the main, I would say the macro imbalance, because we need three major macro: protein, carbohydrate, and your fat. But look at this one, all actually full with fat and carbohydrate. That's why that I say this is actually meal replacement and protein actually give me why I took this. I'm not fat, but I want to take this because I want a well-balanced breakfast. And I think that this is a huge market right now, because 67% of KL Selangor people work from home. And work from home, what do you take for lunch? Grab, sometimes you go out tapao, sometimes you have no time, sometimes you're eating random, sometimes you don't know what you eat. That is actually the whole thing, because I provide you calorie fast and you can actually have a well-balanced macronutrients. So when you want to build, you cannot actually don't pay attention to your macronutrients. So that's why I say that is actually a huge market there, and people start to change a meal that potentially you can actually get income. So I would say health. And at the end, your health actually is not a size, but it's actually a lifestyle. For me, another one I like about this business, because I always stay in this community. I always talk about healthy lifestyle. I am an advocate of that. That's why it become my lifestyle. And that's why I can actually remain my health, my weight, because it became a lifestyle for me. So this now I say transform yourself. Change, and then took your fat become an asset. And when you start to turn, maybe possible, I would say, if I let's say accidentally, or maybe you are already into fitness enthusiast, and you can actually start to share with your friend, because I just know how Daphne share me, how Daphne introduced me. My Insta story, my Facebook story, my Facebook post, we share my lifestyle, because it's my lifestyle. So people will start to see you are very healthy. Can I actually consult with you? You get involved in a lot of nutritional like consultation, fitness consultation, coaching. Can I actually consult you? So after I transform, or maybe you transform, your friend maybe want to transform as well. They may actually get your guidance, or maybe they will ask you, or maybe they will ask you to introduce you, who are the one that actually guiding you. And when they actually want to go on, and they do need product, because it will be actually more sustainable. And when they actually get the product from Nutrilite, from our supplier Amway, And Amway will actually give you incentive. I think one thing very good right now, because Amway aware that everyone need extra income. From everyone that you referral and they buy online or maybe offline via Amway channel, you can actually get 10%. Can you imagine they're changing a meal they took from they took at home for lunch or maybe their breakfast, you can get incentive 10% by them because they want to transform their need like sustainable way, and they're buying the product, maybe 100 you get 10 ringgit, 200 you get 20 ringgit. Can you imagine? That is actually by changing one diet, changing a lifestyle. Now talking about extra income, I would say 10% is not a lot, but this is actually something extra. This is the whole idea tonight I want to share with you. Your transformation can be your extra income, and this actually entitled from every 10% of your referral who purchase anything via Amway platform, online, offline, nationwide. And that is actually the powerful of like social media, because we have friends from Singapore, Brunei, and tonight I have friends from Indonesia. They're actually asking me how I lose weight, how I transform my body. And when they purchase anything, I don't know, maybe they actually go online, but I get 10%. Isn't it fantastic? So that's why I say now you help, or only you transform, but you create a community. Your friend, your circle of friends, they also like health conscious, they also want to look good, and you actually stay in this community. And maybe one of your friend, the one that in your community, also thinking, oh, actually maybe there's someone asking him to actually teach them, coach them how to transform. And now there is actually someone start to duplicate what you do. That is whole idea of this. Like when you look at this, it's actually one of the famous brand chain fitness center gym in KL, and they have many franchise and they have many branches. Am I correct? So now if you do this, you are accidentally duplicate your branches. So because your friend, they transform, someone will look at them, someone will ask them, you actually duplicate one of you, and now it becomes branches for you. If you see the business potential, I will tell you what I'm doing right now. I am building my branches. I am duplicating myself and let them become my franchise. And once my franchise get over, a period of time, my franchise get to increase like more and more and duplicating. I do not know how far they can go. And these will actually eventually become like GrabCar. And numbers, and I duplicate accidentally. I have many trainers, I have many transformation, and they share, and then people start to buy because they want a sustainable, good product. And from every purchase they get, Amway giving me certain percentage. Isn't it like GrabCar? From every ride they take, Grab company gets certain percentage. So I'm building a network of trainer and fitness enthusiasts and create a healthy community. So I want to tell you, end up with this. So right now, if let's say you're working very good, you have a job very good in this pandemic period, because many people lose job. That's actually underemployed. So I would say, do your job, earn your income. And you're thinking, if you want to extra income, many people will think go down to self-employed. They do. If let's say I'm a fitness enthusiast, I want to run my fitness training center. I only do it myself. Without me, I only do it myself. I don't teach other people to do that. I'm actually a self-employed. But right now, if let's say I duplicate the trainer, I share tips, I teach you how to eat healthy, teach you how to actually have the good nutritional knowledge, how to do the right exercise. I train my trainer, and I actually build a network. When I build a network and this network big enough, even though I stop working, and when they purchase my business partner, when they go and purchase anything from Amway or maybe from the supplier, then actually I can get this income. That is the whole idea. I will actually become that is actually a business owner, and from here I can actually generate passive income. So passive income, even though I stop, but my branches still continue to go on, and they actually can earn their extra income as well. When I have enough money, that I can actually go down to actually do my investment. So there's a whole idea to share with you how you can actually earn extra income from this great potential market in Malaysia. End of the day, I would say secure your income. because right now, one income definitely is actually not very safe, because in this era, no one will actually guarantee your job will be safe forever. So extra income from different professions, that is actually one of the ways to secure your income. So that's all for my sharing. Thank you for your time. Now I pass back to Daphne. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Teh, for your sharing tonight. Now we know the secret, right? And also we learn new word. Health is not just your wealth. Okay, health is also your business. You can make business with your health, right? Okay, before we end for tonight, okay, anybody, if you want to know more things about what we have learned tonight's session, or if you miss out something, please ask the person who brought you into this meeting tonight. Okay, I will pass the floor to our Diamonanda to have some say. Diamonanda.
Hello, hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Hold on, yeah. Okay. Okay, right. Good evening, everyone. It's an amazing night that we have a fantastic session about the weight management and the potential of the business. Yeah. So today I just come to a conclusion and a closing. Allow me to share a few of my slides. Okay. Actually, right, the most important today, I would like to share to all of you, although I'm a professional football player playing for the country, but because after I got injured, I cannot continue my football professional career. Actually, I put on weight. And actually, thanks to this body keep weight management program and all the things that I've gone through, and actually, I transformed myself. Okay, from 106 kg to now about 80, that range. I lost about more than 17 kg. So if you really ask me, right, the main thing, the most precious thing that I gained throughout the journey is that I become healthier. I become fitter and I in a very good shape, and also I can actually wear back a lot of my clothes, which that I cannot wear last time. Okay, so today, the most important thing for the people in the meeting today, I just want to tell you a very exciting news that you all should know, that I should tell you, so that you know that what is happening in Amway. First of all, right, actually, if you really want to embark to a weight management journey, right, I think you need about 60 days time to really transform yourself, right? So Amway company is really fantastic, so that they come out with this body kit, the jumpstart kit here. So if you really, when you really take a look at this jumpstart kit, right, it's very fantastic. Like what our nutritionist Jason Yeo mentioned just now. Actually, inside the whole set, right, you got 2 protein and 5 body key, and you also got the 2 bottle of green tea plus, and also the 2 box of collagen, and also 2 box of fiber, and also 2 box of multivitamins. Is our double X, and it's included with a shaker and a bag. So what is the best offer now is happening in Amway is that if you use your credit card, right, you can purchase this set with a 12-month 0 interest, or you can go for an EPP, easy payment plan, and you can talk to the person who brought you here to the meeting today. But if you really ask me, right, if you want to go for a weight management, or you want to start out with a healthy diet, right, rather you buy every month, right, I would suggest you to buy the whole set. Besides you getting installment, you get, and on top of that, right, you get PV, and you get back a rebate, you get back a bonus. So this will be a very very smart, a very ideal option that Amway offer for all the people this month. So I sold a lot of jumpstart kit this month because I have a lot of customers taking Nutrilite, and they told me that why not I go for this one, because I can use the product for a longer period of time, and also get a bonus bag, and also get shaker, and the bag is a good deal. Okay, so just a bit of what I did, right, to transform myself. Even today, I maintain my share for more than 4 to 5 years. It's just that I take my breakfast, I take my body keep protein every morning, then I start to eat healthily. Last time I eat a lot of curry, a lot of deep fried food. Now I enjoy eating. I start to prepare some good foods. Even at home, we cook healthy food. And I do exercise at home. Last time I went to gym, but now cannot go to gym, right? We do workout at home. It's just that what Dr. Tay just now said, right? Actually, it's a lifestyle. We enjoy actually not just forcing ourselves to lose weight. If you have the right knowledge, you have the right concept about the weight management, right? Ultimately, you will enjoy doing it. That's where you can sustain for many, many years and throughout your whole life. Okay. And last but not least, today, before I end my sharing, I would like to share something very interesting to you. Why today there are so many weight management programs, there are so many products out there. Why I chose Nutrilite, why I stick with this brand. And personally, right, this is the first company in US, right, that produced multivitamin. Yeah. And myself and my wife, right, both of us, we personally invited by the company. We went to Los Angeles, to California, to visit our Nutrilite Health Institute. And we really visited and we really saw that how they make the Nutrilite supplement. And we also visited the organic farm. And you see, in my hand is all ladybugs, because right, they never put all the chemical, all the artificial fertilizer, pesticide, and all that. It's all organically grown, and we are the only supplement company in direct selling that we have our own nearly 6,400 acres of organic farm. And this is so beside that, right, yeah, we will have a lot of workout session going on every Saturday. If you want to know more about all these things, please ask the people who brought you here to the meeting today. So first of all, right, I would like to welcome all of you today. Thank you to all of you for being here today. I would like to send my sincere thanks to our nutritionist, Jason Yeo. Such an amazing session, and also by our beloved leaders, Dr. Tay, share about the potential of the weight management business, right? I believe that all of us, we have a fruitful evening, and also would like to send my thanks to our Daphne, who is really a fantastic MC for the day. Pass you back to Daphne.
Thank you, Dhammananda. Thank you for the great sharing and closing for tonight. I hope everyone have a great evening and learn a lot of things tonight. New words, not just new word, new transformation. And remember, the change start from today and for yourself. Okay, thank you. So hopefully we will see you again, and stay tuned for the next month talk. Okay.